Hey everybody, Count Machiavelli. I'm going to be doing a review of the Springfield XDS 3.3 inch 9mm. And I took this bad boy to the range yesterday and put 220 rounds through it. And I did not have one single issue whatsoever. I knew I wasn't going to have an issue on this gun because I have a Mod 2 and I've put about 1,500 rounds through it with no issues whatsoever. No failures to feed, eject, no stovepiping, none of that has happened to this gun yet. I do want to say the keyword yet. I've heard reports of this gun at the 600 round mark, maybe around that area, having some occasional issues of not going all the way into battery and you having to take your thumb or whatever and just lightly tap it all the way into battery. But that has not happened to me with this gun yet. And seeing that video of that happening to that dude one time, I don't remember the guy's channel name or anything like that, but I've seen it happen. Seeing that happen on somebody else's gun gets me paranoid that it's going to happen on my gun. But so far, I have not had any issues whatsoever with this. And look at the lube coming out right there. I've already cleaned and oiled this gun again. I'm using rim oil. And I oiled the hell out of it, dude. I cleaned the feed ramp and everything, the barrel. It all looks like it came right out of the factory again, basically. And because I believe that whether you put one round through your gun or 1,000 rounds through your gun in any given shooting session, you clean the fuck out of your gun and you oil the fuck out of your gun afterwards. You know what I mean? To me, it's only tactical. There's no such thing as over-oiling your gun. That is a myth. I've seen video proof of it. People dropping XDs and Beretta 92s and Glocks into buckets of motor oil and letting it sit for 5 minutes, picking the gun up, firing hundreds of rounds through it flawlessly. So, to me, there's no such thing as over-oiling your gun. There's always such thing as under-oiling your gun. You don't want all that friction creating situations where it's going to jam, so you always want oil there to decrease the friction so gravity can do its work. So, this gun has been a complete boss-ass champion right now. I might even name it. I might name it Boss. Who knows? But I know I'm going to carry it and I'm going to implement it into my EDC. So yeah. And I'm going to be carrying this or the Mod 2. Both guns have not malfunctioned on me. Whichever gun I feel more comfortable and in the mood to carry is what I'm going to carry. But for right now, at least for the next month, I'm going to be carrying this instead of the Mod 2. It's more concealable. It's less bulky. It doesn't dig into my hip as much when I'm driving and all that. So this is the one I'm going to carry. I did a magazine disconnect safety test on this gun. Now I know that it wasn't advertised with one, and I know XDs normally don't have mag disconnect safeties, but I just wanted to make sure. And by the way, there's a grip safety here. As with all XDs, it's a 1911 kind of thing. I'm used to it because I've had 1911s before. And if you don't like grip safeties and complain about it, well, too bad. Unless you're something called a little bitch, then your natural grip is going to press that in. So no big deal on that. And I love how simplistic it is right here on where the slide meets the frame. You don't have an extra thumb safety or all these other fucking buttons. No decocker because it's not a hammer and all that. None of that shit. It's just there's your takedown lever and there's your slide stop and that's it. I love that. The simplicity is amazing. Anyway, the mag disconnect test. This holds 7 rounds, right? I don't have an extended right now. So this is a 7-round mag. This is a factory mag, right? And when I knew that this magazine was empty and that 7th round was in the chamber, I dropped the magazine and I fired and it went boom. So there is no magazine disconnect safety in here, thank goodness. That means you can drop the magazine and fire the last round in there. But note this. When you do that specific test, you drop the mag. There's still a round in there. It goes boom, right? Like it did. Without a mag in there, without a magazine in there, the slide stop will not engage on the last round and it will go forward. And you're going to hear a click again because you don't have an extended mag and it's only 7 rounds. So you fire that 7th round without the mag in, it goes boom, and then it goes click because the slide goes forward. So it's not a malfunction if you do the mag disconnect test and notice that your slide stop did not engage. That does not mean your gun malfunctioned. That means you created the situation where it's going to not do that, because that slide stop needs this empty magazine in there in order to engage on the last round in the first place. So note that. Do not count that as a malfunction, because it is not. It's just that you're doing the mag disconnect test, and in that situation the slide stop is not going to be designed to engage. So other than that, if your slide stop did happen to fail on you without doing the mag disconnect test, then you have a problem. But when you're doing the mag disconnect test, your slide stop will not engage. Maybe there are some guns where it engages no matter what by design, and whatever company can create that gun, then let me know. Maybe it exists and I just am oblivious to it. But when you do a mag disconnect test, your slide stop is disengaged. So not unless you do it manually. So like I said, no issues with this gun whatsoever. I will put my life on this gun and the Mod 2, but right now this gun is going to be the one that I carry, and I love the bitone look. Look at that. It's all shiny and everything, and a lot of people think it's not tactical to have a bitone gun, but this isn't all out shine. This is a matte finish, right? This isn't like glossy chrome shit like that, like a shiny 1911 that you see from a Hollywood movie. That is dumb. You know what I mean? You're hiding behind a building and the sun shines off of your gun and somebody notices it, and your attackers go, oh, there's the guy we're trying to kill, so let's finish him off because we saw the shine on his gun, so we know where he is now. Well, that's the only kind of a finish on a gun that I believe could do that. And it'd have to be the whole gun, not just the slide. Notice on those 1911s that I'm making an analogy to in the movies, the whole gun is that shiny, because 1911s are all metal. And whatever finish it usually is that finish around the entire gun, not just the slide. So when it comes to these polymer pistols, because it's a matte finish instead of a all-out glossy, shiny stainless steel chrome finish, then I think it's tactical either way, bitone or all black. It's not going to cost you your life or anything. You just know how to hold your gun and, know how to engage in close quarters combat like any other firearms training, and it's not going to matter what finish you have on your gun, other than, like I said, a shiny, glossy 1911 from the movies. That's it. Other than that, there's no problem with having a bitone gun. I think it looks cooler. Obviously it has more sex appeal. So yeah. And this, I didn't know this about this gun until I got the Mod 2. But these guns are made, what is it, in Croatia? Yeah, made in Croatia. I thought they were all American guns and all that stuff, but they're actually made in Croatia. That's crazy. Well, no problem to me. I know there's people that are like, oh, if it's not an all-American gun made in America, or everything made in America, I want the box to be made in America even. Well, get over it, dude. All the people that tote their Glocks around and all that stuff, all these patriotic Americans that run around with their Glocks on their hips, I got my Glock 19 and all that. Well, guess what, buddy? That was made in Austria. You know what I mean? And last time I checked, there was a little asshole by the name of Hitler that was born there. So, you know what I mean? No big deal there, man. Anyway, this gun is a complete champion. Get this gun. It's only going to run you about $500. Look at that lube's already coming out of the side again. I love it. I'll just wipe it down with a paper towel. This gun, no issues, 220 rounds through thus far. It is something that I am putting my life on, at least for the next month. I'm going to be carrying it. I recommend everybody get XDSs. I know that there's a reputation that Glocks don't jam, but I've actually shot a Glock that is jammed. It was a 40 caliber with one of those see-through magazines. But every XD I've ever shot has never jammed. So get one of these bad boys. They're fucking amazing. This has been Count Machiavelli. Peace out.